Hi guys, welcome. My name is Tennessee. Today I'm bringing you your week 1 of a 4-week progression into a peak posture. Today we're going to be working on crow pose. Now week 1 we typically don't go into that peak posture, so today we'll just work on opening up the hips, really loading into the shoulders and activating through the core. And then as each week progresses, we'll build onto that, getting you into your crow pose by week 4. So take what you need, take breaks, take water, do whatever you need for you and your body. Also, I always start my classes with a chakra clearing. If you don't know what chakras are, there's 7 energy sources throughout your body. They start at the base of your spine and they work their way up through the crown of your head. So I just want you to check in, notice what feels good, getting out of your head, getting into your body, whether that be through the posture or your breath. So let's start on our backs today. We're going to come back into a Supta Baddha Konasana. Now, if you have blocks, you are more than welcome to use your blocks. Otherwise, if you have books around the house, you can use books. If you have nothing, you can also do this practice without. But go ahead and work your way down. Now, if you have your blocks, you can always place your blocks underneath your knees, up into your hip bones, or just bring your knees up, soles of your feet down, or you can lay in a Shavasana with your legs straight. Whatever works for you. So work your way back, get comfortable, settle in, and we'll get started. Now just go ahead and inhale, completely fill up your lungs. Audible exhale, let that go. Let's do that again. Inhale, completely fill up. Audible exhale, release. Just see if you can surrender a little bit further onto your mat, releasing any tension through the body, checking in with your feet, your ankles, your knees, your hips, your low back, your shoulders, your head, your neck, and your jaw. Now this time, inhale through your nose. Find a constriction in the back of your throat, and then exhale through your nose. This is your Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhaling through your nose, and then exhaling through your nose. See if you can make your inhale the same length as it is your exhale with the same intensity. I want you to carry this breath throughout your practice today, through each posture, through each movement, as you go through. Now just start to clear your mind. Bring your focus, your energy, your awareness to the base of your spine, to your root chakra, your first chakra. This is your I am space. This is your foundation, your safety, your security. This is where everything starts. Just check in, notice what feels good, notice of any discomfort. Now on your inhale, bring your focus, your energy, awareness into your sacral, the space below your belly button. This is your I feel space, where you house your emotions, your desires, your sexuality, also known as your mother womb. Now gently work the energy into your third chakra, the space above your belly button, your solar plexus. Your I do space. This is what drives you, where your passions, your creativity, your power all lie. Now gently move the energy up into your fourth chakra, your heart. Your I love space, your space of relationships, self-acceptance, and unconditional love. Now gently guide the energy up into your fifth chakra, your throat. Your I speak space, your space of communication, your truth. Now slowly move the energy up into your sixth chakra, the space just between your eyebrows, your I see space, your space of intuition, your third eye. And then finally, take your focus, your energy, awareness, all the way above your head to your seventh chakra, your crown chakra. Your I understand space, your path to enlightenment. Now I want you to draw the energy all the way down to the base of your spine, and then inhale it through the 7 chakras to the crown of your head. Notice if anything gets stuck, of any discomforts, or if it feels good. Work to bring your focus, your energy, awareness to those areas throughout your class today. One big clearing breath in. Audible exhale, let that go. Nice work, guys. Go ahead and flutter your eyes open. You can hug your knees up into your chest. Find Apanasana. When relieving pose, give yourself a big hug. Extend your spine, just breathe. Now slowly set the soles of your feet down just outside your sitting bones. Your knees are up. Go ahead and take your left ankle on top of right knee. Your left ankle on top of right. Find a reclined figure four, so hug your right knee up and in. If you can't reach your shin, you can always grab underneath through your thigh and just pull in. Now flex your your left toes back towards your shin and just pull your left knee forward. You can relax your right foot. Now slowly release your left leg long to the top of your mat. Hug your right knee back up and in. Take it outside your rib cage, back up into your shoulders. Now Ardha Appanasana, half wind relieving pose, option to reach for opposite elbows for a deeper compression. Inhale, slowly work your way back or into a half happy baby. So the sole of your right foot up, draw your knee down, plug your shoulder blade back and down. Exhale, slowly release your right leg long to the top of your mat. On your inhale, hug both knees back up into your chest. Find Appanasana one more time, wind relieving pose. And now slowly lower the soles of your feet back down to your mat. Knees are up. Take your right ankle on top of your left knee. Find the reclined figure four. Hug your left knee up and in. Flex your right toes back. Pull your right knee forward. Slowly release your right leg long to the top of your mat. Keep hugging left knee up and in. Find Ardha Appanasana, half wind relieving pose. Option to reach for opposite elbows. Inhale, half happy babies. Send the sole of your left foot up. Draw your knee down. Plug your shoulder blade back and down. Now slowly release your left leg long to the top of your mat. Inhale, Appanasana, use your core, hug everything back up and in. Now slowly bring the soles of your feet together, your knees out wide. Reach, extend your arms straight up to the ceiling. Now your palms are flat, you can spread your fingers out wide. Finding our reclined crow crunches. Inhale, lift everything up into your midline, squeeze, activate the core. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Keep it going here. Inhale, lift, reach. Exhale, release. See if you can pull your knees or draw your knees up as high as you can into your shoulders, into your triceps. Feel that activation through your low belly. Give me 4 more. 3, 2. Now hold everything crunched in, and 1. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Now this time rock and roll front to back all the way into a tabletop. Cross at your ankles, plant your hands down, send your knees back behind. Stack your hips to your knees, your shoulders stacked to your wrists. Your fingers are spread wide. Ground through the tops of your feet or option to tuck your toes under. Inhale, cow pose, gaze up, bellies down. Exhale, cat, tuck in, round up, dome up through your shoulder blades, pull your hip bones up to your rib cage, tuck your chin into your chest, maybe add movement side to side, left to right, find barrel rolls, do what feels good in your body. Let's do a few more rounds here. Inhale, cow pose, gaze up, bellies down. Exhale, cat, tuck in, round up. So let's do one more round. Inhale for cow. And then exhale for cat. Good. Now everybody tuck your toes under. Lift your knees 2 inches off your mat. Find a tabletop hover. And again, your fingers are spread wide, floating into the shoulders, belly button pulls into the spine. Just tap your right knee to your right tricep. Step back. Left knee to left tricep. Step back. Now alternate right to left. If this is too much, you can always bring your knees down and just tap in and back. Bring your knees back down to your mat. I want you to feel the sensation through the external oblique. Give me 4, 3, 2, isolate Light hold to the tabletop hover, and 1. Hold it here. Take your knees out and in. Try not to bounce the hips. Feel the activation through the core. Give me 4, 3, 2, downward facing dog, and 1. Now pull your tailbone all the way, or take your tailbone all the way up. Pull your heels down to your mat. Bend your knees as much as you need to. The goal of the downward dog is to lengthen through your spine. Now just breathe. Pull your torso towards your thighs. Ground through your first finger and your thumb. Inhale, come up onto your tippy toes. Roll into a high plank and hold. Now if you need to draw your knees down to keep your pelvis tucked under, lifting up through your shoulder blades. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's do that again. Inhale, come back up onto your tippy toes, roll into your high plank. This time, lower all the way down to your bellies. Hug your elbows into your rib cage, untuck your toes, ground through the tops of your feet, through your hip bones. Inhale, Bhujangasana Cobra. Lift your chest up, hug your elbows back, shoulders melt away. Exhale, slowly lower. Let's do that again. Inhale, Bhujangasana Cobra. Lift up, hug back. Exhale, lower. This time, inhale, Cobra Locust. Hands and feet lift up off your mat. Ground through your hip bones in the soft part of your belly. Now, option to stay here. Option, bound Locust. Interlace your hands to the small of your back. Lift up, take your gaze to the edge of your mat. Breathe. Exhale, slowly release. Whew. Tuck your toes under. Come up onto your knees. Lift your tailbone high. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe. Let that go. Now take your gaze to the top of your mat. Walk your feet to meet your hands. Uttanasana, forward fold. Reach for opposite elbows. Find ragdoll pose. Sway your bodies left to right. Nod your head yes or no. Scoop the energy in your midline. Let this feel good. Again, you can bend your knees as much as you need to here. One more breath. Exhale, forward fold. Draw your hands down towards your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Belly button pulls into spine. Shoulders melt away from your ears. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Arms sweep all the way up. Take your gaze up between your hands. Exhale, hands down to your heart center. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Nice work, guys. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Arms sweep all the way up. Look up. Exhale, find the bind to the small of your back. Inhale, puff your chest forward. Take your gaze slightly up and back. Reach your arms down the inside of your thighs. Now activate your glutes. Exhale, forward fold with your bind. Soft bend into your knees. Lift your torso to the top of your thighs. If you have shoulder mobility, work your arms above your head. Let your head hang heavy. One more breath. Exhale, release your bind. Draw your hands down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to your high plank. And lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, Bhujangasana Cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe. Let that go. Now take your gaze back to the top of your mat. Step or jump, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Arms sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands down to your heart center. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. We're going to flow through that sun A breath to move it. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step or jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Knees and hips lift up off your mat. Arms are straight. Gaze ahead. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe. Now again, you can always come down to your belly, into your Chaturanga. You have the option of skipping your vinyasa, going straight to a downward dog. I want you to listen to your body. Now take your gaze back to the top of your mat. Step or jump, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, so Uttanasana. Your toes to touch, knees to touch. Squeeze your inner thighs, your tailbone drops back and down, belly's in, chest is lifted, arms are strong. Now, check your knees. Make sure they're not pulling above your toes. Everything is shifting back and down. Chest is lifted, shoulders melt away, pinkies towards one another. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant it down, sit it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog, warrior cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right heel rises. Now open up your hip, stack your hips, your shoulders are square to the top of your mat. Feel that stretch through your right side. One more breath. Exhale, square your hips, bring your knee to your nose as you round up through the shoulder blades, belly button pulls in. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, warrior one. Step to the inside of your right hand. Your back foot steps into a 45. Ground through the blade of your back foot. Front knee stacks to your front ankle. Hip shoulders are square to the top of your mat. Your arms are strong. Sink into your front thigh. Now if you're open here, try to square your hips to the top of your mat. Or if your back heel is lifted, go ahead and ground down and then square your hips, shoulders stack back. Good guys, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, send it back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel rises. Now open up your hips, stack your hips, shoulders are square, breathe. Exhale, square your hip, knee to nose, round up through the shoulder blades, bellies in. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, warrior one. Back foot's grounded, front knee stacks, hip shoulders are square, arms are strong. Exhale, plant it down, send it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale is downward facing dog. Woo, let that go. Now we're gonna flow through that breath to movement one more time. Take your gaze to the top of your mat, step or jump, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, inhale, chair pose, Uttanasana. Good guys, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant it down, send it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right heel rises. Open up the hip. Breathe. Exhale, square your hip. Knee to nose, hold. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, warrior one. Back foot's grounded, front knee stacks, arms sweep high. Exhale, plant it down, sit it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel rises. Open up your hips, stack your hips, shoulders are square. Exhale, square your hip, knee to nose, hold. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, warrior one. Arms sweep high, breathe. Inhale, exhale, plant it down, send it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. All the way down to a child's pose. Bring your toes to touch, reach to the top of your mat. Draw your third eye down. Bring your focus back to your breath. We have one more breath here. Now everybody, take your gaze to the top of your mat, spread your fingers wide, lift your forearms up. Now we have child's pose push-ups. We're really loading into the shoulders when we work into crow and active through the low belly. So you're gonna roll forward, tuck your pelvis under, dome up to the shoulder blades, stack shoulders to elbows, elbows to wrists. Exhale, lower down to a hover. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, send it back. Roll forward, again, stacking everything to the wrist. Lower down. As you lower down, you hug your elbows into your rib cage. Inhale, lift up, send it back. Keep hugging everything into the side bodies. Make that connection. Try not to have your elbows come out to the side. This is also a proper form to the Chaturanga. Everything's active through the core. Belly button pulls in. Breathe, don't hold your breath. Give me two more. You have one more. Now can you hold it down to a hover and pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Send it back. Woo. Bring your palms to touch, knuckles of your thumbs to the nape of your neck. Stretch that out. Feel that through the triceps, let it go. Catch your breath. We have one more here. Now everybody plant your hands back to the top of your mat. Roll forward, tuck your toes under, lift your tailbone high, find the downward facing dog. Adho Mukha. Breathe, let that go, pedal out your feet. Take your gaze to the top of your mat, step or jump, Uttanasana, forward fold. Now this side, take your gaze to the top of your mat, bring your thumbs close together, step or jump, Balasana, Yogi Squat. So feet come out 45 outside your sitting bones. I'm gonna face you guys. Your tailbone draws back, your bellies are in, chest is lifted, thumbs to the middle of your chest. Extend and lengthen through the crown of your head. Try not to dump down or round through. We're extending and lifting. Now if your feet don't touch all the way, just take your stance out wider. Another option is take your block and just sit on your block and hold it here. Opening up through the groin, really feeling that extension. Now breathe. If you want to take it further, I'm going to face you to the top. You can lift your hips 2 inches, reach, extend to the top of your mat. Shoulders melt away. Find the balance, find the control through the low core. Shift your weight side to side. Feel that through the hip flexors, through the outer hips. Breathe. You've got 4, 3, 2. Hold into your midline and 1. Lift and lower for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now plant your hands. You're going to grip your mat like you're gripping a basketball. Your fingers are spread wide. Lift your tailbone high. Turn your toes forward. Come up onto your tippy toes. And just find knee taps to your triceps. Now if you need blocks underneath your hands to bring the ground up, you are more than welcome. Tap your knees to your triceps, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Keep it going here. Lift up, tap forward, gaze to the edge of your mat, not straight down, you'll fall straight down. Just practice loading into the shoulders, your elbows pulled back towards the back wall. Breathe. Give me 2 more. 1 more here. Good work, guys. Step back to your high plank, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe, let that go. Now this time, take your gaze to the top of your mat, step or jump, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Uttanasana. Toes to touch, knees to touch. Squeeze your inner thighs, tailbone draws back. Belly's in, chest is lifted, arms are strong. Now inhale, come up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, drinking bird. Sweep your arms back behind, palms face down. Pull your pinkies towards one another. Your chest is lifted. Bellies draw in. Find the balance, find the control. I'm gonna face you guys. So squeeze everything into your midline. Can you lift up a little higher? Hold it here. Now take your knees out and in. Find the balance, find that control. Give me 4, 3, 2. I want you to hold your knees out and 1. Heels to touch. Find that pulse. Lift and lower for 4, 3. Yes, you can. 2. Hold it low and 1. Breathe. 1 more breath. Beautiful work, guys. Turn your knees forward, lower down, chair pose. Sink your tailbone back and down, arms sweep high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant down, send it back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Inhale, right heel rises. Exhale, pyramid. Step to the inside of your right hand. Your left foot steps into a 45, straighten out your right leg. Straighten your front foot with both hands. Now option for blocks to bring the ground up always. Otherwise, if you can, walk your hands further back, bring your forehead closer to your shin or to your knee. Now you want to make sure that your hips are in one line. So if you need to step your left foot closer in, step it as closer in as you need to. Breathe. Feel that stretch through your hammy tie-in. Let that feel good. 1 more breath. Now inhale, standing split. So soften into your right knee. Shift your weight forward. Send your left heel high. Now option to walk your hands further back to frame your front foot. Option for the bind. Right-handed calf, forehead closer in. Option for blocks, wherever you need. One more breath. Now if you're in the bind, go ahead and plant your right hand back down. Bind Shiva split. Come up onto your right tippy toe. Bring your left knee to your right calf. Inhale, standing split. Bring it into a Shiva. Send it back. Keep it going. For 4, 3, 2, hold it into your standing split, and 1. Exhale, step back, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So ground through the blade of your back foot, your front knee stacks to your front ankle, hips and shoulders are open, gaze on your front middle finger. Really sink into the front thigh, find the external rotation in your front upper thigh. Breathe. Inhale, reverse your warrior 2. Reach your right arm up and back, left arm down. Exhale, star pose. Reach your arms all the way out. Turn your feet out to a 45 and then sink down into goddess. Now, externally rotate through your upper thighs. Your knees are stacked to your ankles, shoulders stacked to your hips. Bring your arms out to the side and pulse. Lift and lower for 4, 3, 2, hold it low, and 1. Sink down. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, wide forward fold. Just turn your feet forward to the side edge of your mat. Walk your hand shoulder width distance in between your thighs, crowning your head down. Now feel free to add any movement you need. Side lunges, left to right. You can add twists. You can add binds. Do what feels good for you and your body here. Breathing through. You have one more breath. Now everybody walk your hands back to the side edge of your mat. Plant your hands down underneath your shoulders. I'm going to turn sideways so you can kind of see the movement. Now if you need blocks, you can place blocks underneath your hands as well. Now your fingers are spread wide. I want you to find pike pose. So come up onto your tippy toes, lift up, loading into the shoulders, exhale lower. You should really feel the sensation through the low core. Inhale, lift up, exhale lower. Keep it going here for 4, 3, you've got 2, and you've got 1. Whew. Nice work, guys. Exhale, I'm going to turn back side to the side edge of my mat. Now exhale, draw your hands down, take your gaze to the top of your mat. Just pivot on your front foot, find your low lunge. So keep lifted to the back knee, push forward, and then lower your back knee down, dragon lunge. Keep hugging your right knee into your right shoulder. Option to come all the way down to your forearms, option to stay lifted. Option for your block, underneath your hands or your forearms, wherever you need that support. Just breathe into it. You have one more breath. Now if you're down to your forearms, lift back up, exhale, twisted dragon. Heel toe your right foot out to a 45. Come onto the blade of your right foot, gently press your knee out as you take your gaze up over your right shoulder. Keep pulling the hips down and forward. One more breath here. Exhale, go ahead and just plant your right toes down out to a 45. Plant your right hand to the top of your mat, your fingers are spread wide. Tuck your left toes under, lifting your back knee. Now step up to Malasana, Yogi Squat. You've been here before. Tailbone draws back, belly's in, chest is lifted. Lengthen through the crown of your head, breathe. Good, you have one more breath. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog, warrior cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let that go. Whew. Pedal out your feet, breathe. Inhale, left heel rises. Exhale, pyramid. Step to the inside of your left hand. Right foot steps into a 45, straighten out your left leg. Bring your front foot with both hands. Again, option for your blocks to bring the ground up. You can have a soft bend into your knee, pull your forehead closer in. Keep your hips in one line, just breathe. Good, inhale, standing split. So soft bend into your left knee. Reach your right heel high. Woo. One side might be better than the other, one might be tighter than the other. That's totally normal. Option for your bind. Place your hand to your calf, forehead closer in. Fight for it. Good. Exhale, plant your left hand back down if you're in your bind. Find your Shiva splits. Come up onto your left tippy toe. Bring your right knee to your left calf. Inhale, extend, split. Exhale, Shiva. Inhale, lift. Woo, keep it going. Find the balance, find that control for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up into a standing split, and then step back, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Round through the blade of your back foot, front knee stacked, probably your hands open, gaze down your front middle finger. Good, sink into your front thigh. Externally rotate through your upper thigh. Find your breath. Inhale, reverse your warrior 2. Reach your your left arm up and back, right arm down. Exhale, star pose. Reach your arms all the way up, turn your feet out to a 45. Sink down, goddess. Now, stack your shoulders to your hips. Your knees are stacked to your ankles. Find the external rotation through your upper thighs. Can you sink down further? Bring your arms out to a T. Take your torso side to side. Your legs stay the same. Working the external obliques. Give me 4, 3, 2. Now hold into your midline. And 1. Sink down further. Exhale, I want you to round through your spine as you bring your palms to touch. Tuck your chin in. Inhale, pull back, open up. Exhale, round. Feel that sensation through the back and through the core. Good. When we go into crow, we're rounding through our spine as if we're in cat pose. Give me 4, 3, 2, open out wide, and 1. Inhale, and then exhale, wide forward fold. Just turn your toes to the side edge of your mat, hinging from your hips. Draw your torso down to the inside of your thighs. Walk your hand shoulder width back. Again, option for binds, options for twists. If you got it, option for tripod headstand. Just breathe. One more breath. Now slowly work your way back to the side edge of your mat. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Your fingers are spread wide. Now again, option for that peak pose or pike pose. Come up onto your tippy toes. Lower your heels down. If you want to take it further, you can find pendulum swings. So you're planting your hands down. Fingers are spread wide. Load into the shoulder. Swing one leg out. Switch to the other. Take it right. Take it left. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Work your way back to your wide forward fold. And then take your gaze to the top of your mat. Crawl your way forward. Low lunge. Plant both hands to the inside of your left foot. Push forward. Lower your back knee down. Untuck your back toes. Dragon lunge. Now option to come all the way down to your forearms. Option just to stay lifted. Just breathe. One more breath. Now if you're down to your forearms, lift back up. Find that twisted dragon. Heel toe your left foot out to a 45. Come onto the blade of your left foot. Gently press your knee out as you take your gaze up over your left shoulder. Keep pulling your hips down and forward. One more breath. Exhale, go ahead and plant your left toes down. Your foot is still at a 45. Place your left hand down to the top of your mat. Tuck your back toes under, lift up, and step forward. Malasana Yogi Squat. Good, breathe. Hands to your heart, elbows to the inside of your knees. Lengthen through the crown of your head. One more breath. Exhale, plant it down. Send it back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let that go, guys. Breathe. Whew. Now this time, roll forward. Come back up into your high plank. Now, bring your right knee to right tricep. Step back. Left to left tricep. Take it right. Take it left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down to your belly. Whew. Untuck your toes. Ground through the tops of your feet. Go ahead and plant your left hand underneath your left shoulder. Extend your right arm out to your right side. Palm face down in line with your shoulder. Now roll over to your right side. Find the scorpion chest stretch. So send the sole of your left foot up and take it to your right side. Now just let your head hang heavy. Breathe. You can bend one knee. You can bend both knees. You can straighten out both legs. You can work for a half or a full bind. Whatever is in your practice, let this feel good. Stretch out through your chest. We did a lot of shoulder loading. Give me one more breath. Inhale, slowly make it your way back to your midline. And just switch it out. Plant your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Extend your left arm out to your left side, palm face down. Send the sole of your right foot up and just roll over to your left. Again, option for all the binds or all the variations. One knee, both legs straight, binds. Good, inhale, slowly come all the way back into your midline. Bring both arms out to a T, chin to the middle of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch behind. Keep grounding through your hip bones in the soft part of your belly. Prepare for locust pose. On your inhale, lift your head, your hands, your chest, your feet up off your mat. Keep your big toes to touch. Inhale, lift up. Take your gaze to the edge of your mat. Extend to the crown of your head. Exhale, bound locust. Interlace your hands to the small of your back. Keep lifting up. Take your feet about hip width distance. Lift up, breathe. Exhale, Dhanurasana bow pose. Go ahead and bend your knees, grab the outside blades of your feet, kick your feet into your hands. Keep lifting, grounding through the hip bones. Exhale, slowly lower. Woo. Go ahead and shake that out. You can place your third eye down to your mat. Keep your knees bent. Find windshield wipers left to right. One more breath. Slowly lower your feet back down to the back of your mat. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes. Reverse plank, lift up, exhale, downward facing dog. Woo. Good guys, breathe, let that go. Now this side, take your gaze to the top of your mat, step or jump, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Uttanasana. Toes to touch, knees to touch. Squeeze your inner thighs. Tailbone draws back, belly is in, chest is lifted. Now inhale. Exhale, Garudasana Eagle on your right side. Bring your arms out to a T. I'm going to turn and face you guys. Bring your arms out to a T. Load into your left leg. Parallel your right thigh. Cross your right knee over your left. Work for the bind, so the top of your foot to the back of your calf. Or work for the kickstand, big toe down to your mat. Sweep your right arm underneath your left. Find the bind at the elbow, bind at the wrist. Now you can also place your hands back to back. Inhale, lift your elbows in line with your shoulders. Work your shoulders back to stack to your hips. Sink down further. Good. Exhale, eagle crunch. Draw your elbows to the top of your thigh. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch. Good guys, keep it going. Woo. If you fall out, you just get back in. Belly button pulls in the spine. Really feel the crunch round through your spine as you draw down. You need 2 more here. 1 more. Now I want you to hold it into a crunch. Hold it as hard as you can. Belly button pulls in. Find the micro pulse for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back, chair pose. Toes to touch, knees to touch. Sink your tailbone back and down. Good, now breathe. Exhale, eagle on your left side. Bring your arms out to a T. Load into your right leg. Parallel your left thigh. Left knee crosses over right. Work for the bind or the kickstand. Left arm sweeps underneath right elbow. Binding the elbows, binding at the wrists, or hands back to back. Inhale, lengthen, extend. Elbows in line with shoulders. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch it in. Good guys, keep it going. We've got 2. and 1. Hold your crunch into your midline. Find that micro pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, parallel your left thigh. Bring your arms all the way above head, lower back down, pedal at your feet. Bring your arms out to the side, Tadasana. I'm gonna face the top of my mat. Now inhale, chair pose. Reach your arms all the way up, toes to touch, knees to touch, draw your tailbone back and down. Inhale. Exhale, drinking bird. Come up onto your tippy toes. Sweep your arms back behind. Palms face down. Send your heels up as high as you can. Chest is lifted, belly's in. Now this time, take your knees out and in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring your knees out, heels to touch, hands to your heart center. Shoulders stack back to your hips. Lower down, double toe stand. Woo! Sink all the way down to a hover. Yes, you can. Find the balance, find the control. Hover above your heels with your sitting bones. Find the pointer finger thumb mudra. Pinkies to your hip crease. Elbows draw back, chest is lifted. Find the balance, find the control. Breathe. Get out of your head, get into your body. Activate through the core. Exhale, slowly lower all the way onto your backs. Woo, nice work, guys. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. I am a sweaty mess. Good job today. We're almost there. Now go ahead and plant the soles of your feet down just outside your sitting bones. Your knees are up. Reach back, make sure that your heels are close enough to your sitting bones. Ground through all 4 corners of your feet. Plant your hands outside your hips, palms face down. Inhale, bridge pose, Chaturanga Sarvangasana. Active through the glutes, active through the hamstring. Breathe. Now option for bound bridge. Interlace your hands to the small of your back. Roll your shoulders underneath your shoulder blades. Keep lifting up, breathe. Exhale, slowly lower all the way onto your backs. Take your feet outside your mat. Knock your knees side to side like windshield wipers. Let that go. Now just allow your knees to stagger and fall over to your right. So your left knee will be into your midline. And then just place your right ankle on top of your left knee. Press further down. You should feel this through your outer hip, through your psoas, through your hip flexor. Bring your arms out to a T. Take your gaze left. Work to keep your shoulders grounding. Inhale, slowly come back through your midline and then just switch it out. Plant your feet outside your mat, knock your knees side to side, windshield wipers. And this time, allow your knees to fall and stagger to your left. So right knee is into your midline. You can plant your left ankle on top of your right. Press down further. Slowly release. And this time just hug your knees up into your chest. Find Apanasana, wind relieving pose. And then slowly work your way into a happy baby. Send the soles of your feet up, draw your knees down, plug your shoulder blades back and down. If this is too much, you can always grab underneath your thighs. You want to keep your tailbone grounding. So if you're lifting up, just grab here and press down, extend through the spine. Now option to rock side to side. Make your baby happy. Let that feel good. Slowly work your way back to your midline and just extend your legs straight up to the ceiling. Find legs up the wall pose. You can surrender into your upper body. Release any tension. You don't have to flex your toes back. You can just kind of settle in here. Soft bend into your knee. Let the blood drain down into your torso. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest or digest. Always good to do if you have anxiety or stress or overwhelm. Breathe. Option to stay here. Option to find an inversion of your choice. You can find plow pose, deaf man's pose, shoulder stand. Whatever works for you. Whatever you need in this moment. Add any final movements you need here. Now if you're in inversion, slowly work your way back to legs up the wall. And then everybody with core control, lower your heels all the way down to the top of your mat as slow as you can. Once your heels touch the top of your mat, inhale, arms reach all the way above your head. Find your good morning stretch. Point your toes towards the front of your mat. Reach, extend. Feel that stretch through your front side body. Inhale, hold it at the top. Audible exhale, release. Allow your hands to fall out to the side, palms face up. Close your eyes, come into your final Shavasana. Option to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you need. Otherwise, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, bring life back into your bodies. Inhale, completely fill up your lungs. Audible exhale, let that go. Let's do that again. Inhale, completely fill up. Clench your fist shut, shrug your shoulders up, squeeze every muscle fiber in your body. Audible exhale, release. Leave everything on your mat, take nothing home. And when you're ready, work your way into a fetal position, either on your right or your left side. Right side is masculine energy, left side is feminine. And then slowly work your way up to an easy seated pose, crossing at your ankles, just lengthening through your spine, sitting up tall. Inhale, arms reach all the way above your head. Take all that good energy, bring it down into your heart center, your heart space, your fourth chakra. Inhale your confidence, your self-love, your self-acceptance. And then exhale all your fears and doubts. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.